Welcome to another episode of Gary Responds. Jordan, Weeby, says, came out of nowhere like a we need to talk text. Ha ha ha. Nah, that shit's real, nigga. That should be happening. You turn on your phone, like, you got that little red one in that corner and you click it. We need to talk when you could have talked in the text and said what you need to have said. Or hey, after y'all's just together. Hashim Rogers says, Gray, the type of nigga to help his ex-girl move into her new nigga crib. Yeah, that nigga Gray is crazy. That nigga is crazy. I would never do some shit as Gary Rogers. See, us real Rogers niggas understand we would never let a nigga, no, fuck that. But Gray, he tripping. Luke Skywalker says, Westgate can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's such a legend. That is true. Brandon Westgate doesn't really have a window of I can't do that in his repertoire. Fast as hell, it doesn't matter. Slow, fast, no, he doesn't go slow. Fast, high up, he's doing it. Drake Knight Graves says, swear, social media is just a bad place for things you don't want spoiled. Enders, movies, childhood sucks. This is true. Social media world is, you know, it's got its ups and its downs. Honestly, if you don't want parts ruined, literally just don't follow skate things. Like a lot of them, because they will ruin your favorite shit. A lot of them will. Still watch the video on their stuff, but don't follow them on your social media. Sometimes, I'm just saying. You know how parents didn't have none of this shit? Like, you know when you get lost tomorrow, you go on maps if you got LTE and you find your way home? If my dad made a right turn and a left, he was fucked over. Unless he, you know, he follows stars and shit. My dad has a good sense of direction. He was a Boy Scout and shit, so he can look up and be like, okay, I'm fucked up. I gotta go back that way. My house over there. I swear to God, I've seen this nigga do it on numerous occasions. Max Patty says, too black, too strong. Sorry. Trent Owen says, bro, I hate Whole Foods. This nigga came on to this. Tell us about his hate for Whole Foods. I've been to Whole Foods a few times. Their sandwiches are fine. But I feel you though, dude. Some of them lines are ridiculous. And it feels like you see people with stuff in their carts, like one or two things. Like they just went there just so they could say, I went to Whole Foods today. You know, they don't really grocery shop at the grocery store. It's like some hype shit. It's kind of like a nigga that goes to Starbucks all the time, but you stay seeing that nigga with water. But he's like, I was at Starbucks earlier, you know, I just had some this morning. What'd you get? You know, just a cup of water, took it easy and shit. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here, man. Donovan Martin says, have you made love to a cow? No, fuck, dude. 98 M Skate says, the surf commentary is hilarious. You know what? I seen a couple niggas like, you don't know who those surfers? No, I don't. And I'm not gonna act like I do. I'm not gonna look them up. No, the only Reynolds I know is Andrew. And I fucked his name up once, and he's in the shit I love. Ed Ederson says, Gary, are you related to Kenny McCormick? How you keep coming back after these devastating explosions? No, I'm not related to Kenny McCormick. And for those who don't know what that kid's talking about, he watches South Park an awful lot and remembers that Kenny's last name is McCormick and he dies all the time and comes back. And no, that's not I could be, but he's a fucking cartoon, so I'm pretty sure it's impossible. And he's white from Denver, South Park, Colorado. Or wherever that shit is. Addy Skater 86 says, I feel like niggas with weird names have to be crazy good just so everybody can shut the fuck up about their names. LMAO. You're right. They do. You have to be that much better. Because if your name is Ulf and you just sit there and do nothing, like, kids are gonna roast you. Like Rudy Gay. His last name is Gay. I'm pretty sure he got all this slander about him. He ended up being 6'8". He's in the NBA. I dare somebody make fun of that nigga. He'd probably kick you directly in your throat. James Potts says, hey Gary, I lost my links. Can you give me some? Well, they're not just for you, James. They're for everybody. And there's 2 of them, so y'all can share, click them, because this episode of Gary Responds is done. I'll see you next week. Live your life. Hey.